What's up guys, welcome to my patio in Miami, Florida. I wanted to make a video about all the changes that are happening inside of my company, Raging Agency. If you know anything about my agency, you probably know that we run ads for other companies, and we've primarily been working with restaurants and catering for the last 4 years or so. And a huge switch has come into my life. Obviously not only moving into this beautiful new home in Miami, overlooking the water, overlooking downtown in Brickell, but also our ICP is shifting as we get so much better at running ads, working with clients, installing project managers, customer success teams, and just doing the whole 9 yards. My whole entire business is shifting. And one of the newest changes that is coming about is that we are going to now be working with med spas. So med spas are entirely new to my business. We don't have too many case studies with them, and it's honestly a big, bold change for us to be targeting somebody that we don't really have too many case studies with. However, on the other end of that, I want to walk through exactly what Raging Agency is becoming, who we are, who we're serving, and how we're going to do it. So I'm just going to clip this bad boy on, and I'm going to go through my all hands team document that we've created earlier, actually last week. That I'm going to be going over with my entire team today, my entire leadership team. We're hopping on a call later. We're going to be talking about who we're targeting, what that ICP looks like, and some implementation, and also trying to just dissect exactly what questions we still have. There's so much to learn. I think one of the most fun things about business is that you don't really know all the answers, and you don't know what you don't know. So what I'm trying to do is uncover all the things that we might not know about, or the questions that we should be asking, because there's just so much I don't know. So if you guys know anything about med spa, if you know anything about med spas, definitely just leave a comment down below. Or if you've gone to a med spa and you've had a really great time, I'd love to know where you guys go to as well. There's just so much I don't know that I'm super grateful to kind of be able to unpack and learn with my team and whatnot. So if you guys like videos like this, and if you love the background, obviously drop a like, but also let me know in the comments. I would love to post more stuff. This is really raw, kind of behind the scenes. I'm spending most of my time working. I know a lot of people start a business so that way they don't have to work every single day. Man, I'm working every single day, Monday through Sunday. So it's just what I love to do. Okay, Raging Agency Overview 2025. Who we are. Raging Agency is a performance marketing agency based in Miami, Florida, specializing in scaling high-ticket med spas through Facebook and Instagram advertisements. Appointment-driven marketing for med spas. If your calendar isn't full, your marketing is broken, we fix that. That's one of the taglines I was actually thinking about utilizing for the agency. If your calendar isn't full, your marketing is broken, we fix that. The older I get, the smarter I become, in the sense that when you're speaking to somebody, especially about marketing, everything needs to be very simple. So how can I make our messaging as simple as possible? I feel like it can't get any more simple than that. Our core mission: to help growth-minded med spas consistently book $1,000 plus treatments using high-converting ad campaigns with no fluff, no wasted spend, and no dependency on complex systems. What we do. So this is basically the service breakdown. Would be services. So we have Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram advertisements, and the outcome from that is to book more appointments for high ticket services, specifically services that cost at least $1,000. I'm looking for AOVs 1,000, 1,500, 2K plus. It just makes the most sense for advertising. That's pretty much why. And then another service is ad creative and copywriting. So scroll stopping, conversion focused ads. We already have so many of those from all different types of industries that we've already worked with. I feel like that kind of is our core competency in many ways. And then landing page strategy. This is the biggest come up that we've had as an agency within the last 2 years, is implementing landing pages across all of our ad clients and just absolutely crushing with the landing pages. Everybody either doesn't know what a landing page is, or they're trying to make their own landing page, or they're just running ads to their website homepage. That's never gonna work. You need a landing page. You need a page dedicated to talking about the service that you're gonna provide, and you have to get their information. You either need somebody to click the phone number to call you, or submit their information for a consult or an inquiry. And then lastly, performance tracking. So transparent ROI reporting. Our clients already love what we're doing for reporting. We have a proprietary ad system for reporting. Everybody loves it. Super, super simple, already there. So our USP, which is probably one of the most important things that marketing agency can have, that's your unique selling point or your unique selling proposition. Our USP of Aging Agency is that we specialize in high-ticket med spa treatments like Morpheus 8 injectables and body contouring. We build ad campaigns that convert, not just generate leads. Because what's the point of running ad campaigns if you're just going to get more numbers, more traffic, more impressions, but if they're not going to become customers, literally what's the point? We deliver ready-to-book leads, not price shoppers or no-shows. We act fast, no complex tech, no micromanagement needed. That's obviously a huge one. Nobody wants to hire an agency that's just going to make them do more work. Like that's not how business should work. When we run ads that educate, not hard sell, because that's what drives real revenue. We've seen this time and time again, especially for the services that are high AOV, meaning if your service is going to cost a couple $1,000s, we need to educate. Otherwise, people aren't going to buy. They're just price shopping. They're not very serious. They're just wasting your ad dollars. We need to educate. Okay, so our ICP, or ideal customer profile for med spa. So the service that they're looking for is Facebook or Instagram advertisements. Our monthly retainer is a couple $1,000, and then we also have them spend a couple $1,000 on ads. And my goal for the agency itself is to acquire 100 new med spa clients with high ticket offers and growth intent. But my goal before that is to get 40 onboarded as well. So the med spa industry overview, the market size is actually 10,000 plus US med spas. It's technically over 11,000. And in 2024 alone, there's $19.4 billion in revenue. That's projected to hit $49.4 billion by 2030. So it's an insane annual growth. That's actually above 15% annual growth. And then the average revenue per med spa that has a licensed MD or PA on the team is $1.3 million. So what makes a med spa qualified to work with Raging Agency? Well, they must already be doing at least $40,000 a month in monthly revenue. The preferred range would be between $60,000 and $250,000 per month. They must be willing to invest a couple $1,000s into advertisements and our retainer, of course, as well. They already have to have a receptionist on staff who's capable of handling inbound leads that we generate for them or inbound consult requests. They have to have a medical director, aka an MD or an RN, NP, or PA on staff, which is like a licensed staff person who can actually do the services. They have to have at least one treatment room operating consistently. They have to have a high ticket treatment, probably like Morpheus 8 or something. That's like $1,000 plus for a service or package. And they have to have at least one of the following services: Morpheus 8, Botox, derma fillers, laser resurfacing or IPL, cool sculpting, body contouring, skin rejuvenation or hormone or peptide therapy. And then we are actually avoiding spas that only offer low ticket services such as facial, waxing, or brows. Businesses that operate part-time, mobile only, or without a physical location. No licensed staff, so that'd be like a spa ran by estheticians only, or spas unwilling to run paid offers or push core services, or a spa stuck in organic only DIY and marketing mindset. We're targeting owners and founders and RN injectors, practice managers, and nurse practitioners or MDs. Some of the keywords and triggers that we use in ads and DMs and scripts and cold emails pretty much are that we're looking for people who are signaling that their calendar is empty or that leads don't show up, or that they're getting low quality leads only or low quality consults, or they need more qualified bookings, or they've been burned by an agency before, or their front desk is dropping the ball, or they need help scaling injectables or Morpheus 8. Those are all really good triggers for us. Some of the pain points are no-shows or ghosted consults, or too reliant on Instagram or referrals, low lead quality from past efforts, maybe their CRM or follow-up systems are broken or honestly non-existent, or the team is not closing fast enough. Or, this one's also kind of scary, when their competitors are outranking them locally. So the competitor has a better marketing strategy, they can leave you in the dirt. So we gotta obviously address that pain point as well. Some of their desires are to have consistent 1K plus bookings like Morpheus 8 and Botox, fully booked calendar with high margin services like Botox and Morpheus 8, hands-off automated lead generating system, scale to multiple locations, predictable, trackable marketing ROI, so that way they can actually understand where every single dollar is being spent and how that's actually turning into new customers for them. Some of the messaging angles I have, well, yeah, we talked about some of the pains and desires. Now it gets down to some of the offer testing. So on Facebook, I've actually took the liberties to run some testing for our own agency just to test different angles and offers. We have tested approximately 22 different offers, and those tests will actually end tonight at 10 p.m. Basically what I'm trying to do is get as many different angles out, addressing the different pains and desires that the med spa owners might be facing, so that way we can get a better understanding of what kind of positioning we need to come into the market. To just get people kind of like interested in working with us as well. We'll also reach out to our local network as well, just to see if they know any med spa owners, people that we can just start building relationships with. There's actually a med spa in like the condo building that I live in. There's actually a med spa here as well. So it's my game plan to actually go speak to them face to face, just build some human rapport, become friends, and hopefully that they can become a resource for me when I have questions as well. And then I have a breakdown of a lot of the med spa service, the med spa services breakdown. This is just for our own internal reference. So at number 1, we have Morpheus 8 in RF microneedling. It's radio frequency microneedling for skin tightening, texture, acne scars, and anti-aging. The pricing is roughly between $800 to $1,500 per session. I've talked to a couple different med spas already, and it sounds like a lot of them are charging between $800 to $1,000 for the service, but then they'll sell like 3 of them together for around like $3K-ish. And then they would need to do it for like at least once per month, typically for 3+ months. The profit margin is extremely high, which makes it a really great service for us to be promoting. Also really good service for the med spa itself. It's a big money maker. Strong demand, especially for females in like 30 years or older. So for service number 2, top of the list here, is cool sculpting and body contouring. So fat freezing or non-invasive contouring of stomach, thighs, and arms. The pricing is typically between $600 to $1,200 per treatment area. Multiple areas would equate to about 3K to 5K packages. Amazing moneymaker for them as well. You're probably going to need to do multiple sessions of that, spaced about 4 to 6 weeks apart. Profit margin is still very high, and it's very popular, especially for the summer body. Cross sells with other services very well as well. And in Tiranda, our top 3 for highest margin, most impactful, highest AOV services for med spas would be Botox and derma fillers. So what is it? Botox equals muscle relaxer for wrinkles. Fillers equal volume enhancement. So think lips, cheeks, and jawline. Pricing for Botox is typically about $12 to $17 per unit. Average would be about 30 to 60 units per visit. It's about $400 to $1,000 per visit. Once again, amazing markup there. For fillers would be about $600 to $1,200 a syringe. And then the frequency for Botox is about every 3 to 4 months, so pretty much about every quarter. And then fillers would be about twice a year. The profit margin is moderate. It does require a licensed injector plus product cost, but the demand is extremely high. And it's also a gateway service. I love that term. It's a gateway service for long-term clients. I think because from what I do know about med spas is that people are very reliant on their injector or their MD. They go to the same med spa over and over and over. Kind of the same way that I go to the same barber. Like, we don't necessarily change if nothing's really broken. It would be kind of weird to go cheat on your barber or your MD maybe. So that's why I think that Botox and derma fillers are kind of like the gateway service, but by all means, let me know if I'm wrong there. And then I'll just quickly go over another set of 3 a little bit quicker here. Some other top services would be laser resurfacing, which is like skin rejuvenation, texture correction, pigment removal for sunspots, vein, acne scars, some of that stuff. And then we have PRP and skin rejuvenation, palette-rich plasma, platelet, I don't know how you would say that, rich plasma from client's own blood used for collagen, hair growth, or facial glow. Pricing is also really good because you need packages of 3 to 6, so it'll be about $500 to $1,200 a session. Probably do that every single month. And then we have hormone and peptide therapy. Bioidentical hormones for peptide for energy, fat loss, libido, muscle, and sleep. Pricing is about $250 to $800 a month. Typically on a membership model, people do that for multiple months at a time. From my understanding, it's about at least 3 months. You'd probably be injecting every single week. Most services are sold in packages to boost upfront revenue and retention. Required licensed staff would be an RN, an NP, PA, or an MD for most, especially injectables and hormone therapy. And the profitability is very high, especially when clients are purchasing multiple areas or packages all upfront. For us, it's definitely important to emphasize on lead quality, not just volume. I'm assuming that a lot of the med spas that we'll talk to have been burned by other agencies in the past, only because agencies a lot of times are talking about overall volume. They're saying, I can get you this many consults, this many leads, I can get your phone ringing, but what does that really matter if those people aren't going to convert? That's also one of the reasons why it makes my business a little bit more challenging, is because so many other agencies say, we're going to do this number, we're going to push this volume, we're going to do this and this and that. And honestly, a lot of times we come in, we're like, we might get you a couple of results within the first 30 to 90 days. We can't really guarantee anything too much, just because, I mean, based on your offer, your location, your ad spend, your reviews, I mean, there's so many things to take into account. It's just not, you're not able to move as quickly as you want. But for me, as a business owner, I would so much rather prefer steady growth that's like month over month and quarter over quarter going up, than just like some random roller coaster spikes. That's not super helpful. And then so we have some key terms and lingo for med spas as a little cheat sheet. So RN is a registered nurse. I feel like most people know that one. NP is nurse practitioner. PA is physician assistant. Similar to an NP, can perform most treatments under an MD's supervision. And an MD is a medical doctor. Injector is a licensed professional who performs Botox and fillers, RN, NP, PA, or MD. Units are a measurement of Botox syringes. Example would be 30 units forehead, around $450. A syringe is a measurement of fillers. I think a lot of people know what syringe is. Package is a bundle of treatments, so 3 Morpheus 8 sessions for $3,000 sold up front. That's very common as well. Consumables, disposable items used for treatment. So syringes, numbing cream, those all affect profit margins. HRTs, hormone replacement therapy, part of hormone and peptide therapy services. No-shows are leads that book but don't arrive. Major pain point for med spas. That's a major pain point for any service business. No-shows. Front desk is the team responsible for follow-up, scheduling, and converting leads into appointments. We'll probably be working with the front desk team quite rigorously. And we have some owner persona quick notes as well. So this is just, once again, this is based on our research, but most of the owners are women who are aged between 30 and 60. They might be RNs, NPs, or owners, and they're ROI-driven operators. So they are very keen on ensuring that their business is thriving and have healthy profit margins. They're time-starved and wearing multiple hats. So they're doing marketing, operations, sometimes even the treatments themselves. They're very, very, very busy. They've burned by an agency before. They might be skeptical and cautious, especially from other agencies that are saying, we're gonna guarantee you this many results. We're gonna ensure that they're top quality. And then they all flop. And then there's just a bunch of bullshit. They don't trust fluff. They want clear ROI, simplicity, and performance. I can understand that. As a busy guy myself, I definitely honor simplicity, of course, and performance. They are obsessed with being the #1 med spa in their area, and they speak in outcomes. So they want booked appointments. I want people ready to buy Botox or Morpheus 8. Makes sense. Qualified med spa criteria. So these are some things that we need to ask during our discovery. Are you currently making between $40,000 to $250,000 a month in revenue? Are you willing to invest a few $1,000s in ads for growth? If we can show you a clear ROI, of course. I'm not asking you to spend money on something that you don't know how it's going to come back to you. Do you have a receptionist or team to handle leads? If they don't have a single person who's able to take phone calls or set up meetings, I can't help you. Do you have a licensed staff? So RN, NP, DA, or an MD? I feel like in most cases, a lot of the owners that we're going to speak to are most likely a PA or an MD. Do you have at least one treatment room running consistently? Do you offer at least one of the following? Morpheus 8, RF microneedling, Botox, derma fillers, laser resurfacing, IPL, cool sculpting, body contouring, PRP, skin rejuvenation, hormone or peptide therapy. They have to have at least one of those. Those are some of those high ticket, high AOV services. And then we're gonna avoid people if they only offer facials or brows, the AOV is just not there. If they don't have licensed staff yet, or if they're mobile only part-time or still building, like if they're still in that, if they're like 3 to 6 months old and they don't have any funding and they're just getting off the ground, we can't help them just there. They need to get a little bit bigger for us. And if they're super anti spending money on ads, they want to do it organic only, Instagram and referrals the only way that they see it working, then we're gonna stay clear of that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then what we do listen for, we need to fill the calendar. Obviously, if a business is serious about growing and they need to get more consults, like that's great, we can help them with that. If their leads aren't converting, we can also help them with that. If they're tired of chasing DMs, if they feel like they're spending too much time on Instagram, if things aren't working on the organic side, we can definitely help with that. If they want to push more Morpheus 8 or injectables harder, we can definitely do that. And they've tried ads but it didn't work in the past, we can at least do an audit for them. Like at least see, were they making any major mistakes? Were they missing anything? Were they saying the wrong things? Were the ads not set up? Were they not using a pixel? There's so many different things. At least we can offer them an audit. And then we can remind them that we help med spas book 1K plus treatments without discounts or fluff. We install the whole system, ads, landing pages, automation, tracking, reporting, all that kind of stuff. Customer success, making sure that they have a point of contact, making sure that they're not in the dark, making sure that they see everything that's going on. And to remind them also that they're staying in control. Like our sole job is to get them qualified booked consults and not fill their calendar or pipeline up with crappy leads. So that's pretty much everything that we're going through. That's what Raging Agency is becoming. We've already taken so many steps forward. The team is becoming aligned with it. This is my whole business right now. So it's very serious to me, and I'm really enjoying just working on this entire project. We're still fulfilling all of our current clients. Our team is only growing, and one thing that we've been able to do to kind of restructure a little bit is dramatically drop and pull back on the resources from the web development team. So we're taking all those resources and then plugging them back into ads. We're just doing ads so much better than we used to. And ads were kind of always the focus, but it's crazy when you basically get rid of an entire section of your business and put all that mental energy and focus into advertisements. It's just, I can feel everything kind of coming together. The service is getting so much tighter. The reporting is becoming better. Our customer success team is getting smarter and wiser. Like I just love everything. I love everything where it's going. So if you guys enjoy this kind of like behind the scenes look at the business, and like I said, if you enjoy the views too, I would love to create more content like this. I feel very much in flow state, in my element, working out here, working with my team, calling on my med spas, getting more information, doing the research, and I'm just excited to share it with the world. So if you guys enjoy this, just drop a comment down below. I can post more like this. And if you guys have any questions or if you want to book a call with me, just comment down below or go to ragingagency.com. We'll have a big contact us button out there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.